Singapore's ready. Men's Cup semi-finals. A place in the Cup final tonight is the prize. It is Kenya, right to left, all in their red shirts, against Spain in white. And here comes Kevin Wakesa to Vincent Onyala. He's having a really good tournament. And now Safari comes in off his right wing. Here's Patrick Odongo-Okongo. Hasn't seen him in full flight yet this weekend, but he can fly, given the opportunity. There's Nigel Lamaita, the number 10, to kick that winning penalty against Australia to get through to this stage. Remember, there are no quarterfinals here at this tournament. It was straight to semis from the pools, and here goes Patrick Odongo-Okongo. That's what he can do to you. Finds the space round the edge. And the Daystar Falcon from Nairobi has flown in for the Shuja.
Look at this from a static start, Rupert Cox. He could have been in a 100-meter final with that. Absolutely beautiful. Took off like an aeroplane. Patrick Odongo-Okongo, one of the fastest athletes on the planet. Beautiful start from him.
Well, he was a massive star of their Challenger Series effort last season. Got re-promoted back into the big show as sevens. Extra 2 from Amaitsa, no problem. And there you go. He's third overall this series. Just a couple behind Argentina's Marcos Moneta. Kenya strike first in the Cup semi. Great start for them. Incredible lift in the air. It was Koska Uwela lifting Ramos. Here's Paul Platt. Ramos. Jojo Ceres. Good tackle on him by Asati. Edu Lopez. Back to Ramos. Koska Uwela. Good player. A really good season, but look at the steal coming in. And they get the penalty, Kenya. Good work at the breakdown. Vincent Onyala.
Outstanding work from Kenya there. As the records pop up on screen, Kenya have played 18, won 6 of them. Spain have played 5, they only won 1, but a lot of them have been in recent years. And this is a great matchup we have in front of us here.
Yeah. It's Kenya's first Cup semi-final since the truncated Edmonton event in 2021. There's Kanye supporting Kenya. He's at every single event. He's a cardiologist from California, but he loves this Kenyan rugby team.
Sit!
Runs the Facebook fans group, gets them all here. Asati. Amaitsa.
Taka, release!
Onyala gets it away. Asati. Carried up to the halfway line. All defence so far for Spain. Kenya dominating proceedings at the moment. Kevin Wakesa. Big Kev on the boil.
Play on.
And they recycle it, do Kenya. Opportunity for Patrick Odongo-Okongo, but I think he had his eyes on another line break before making the catch. Sorry, lads.
Yeah, Patrick Odongo-Okongo started running there before he caught the ball. Spain chasing their second ever Cup final appearance. Their first being this season in Dubai, where this all started in the desert, and they've been performing ever since.
Well, they were second going into Hong Kong.
In the same line, please. In the same line. Thank you. Crouch!
Third now. Fiji just leapfrogged them there coming into this one, but still by far and away their best ever series. They've been outstanding. And this man, Juan Ramos, feeds the scrum. Koska Uwela, really good run at first receiver. Paul Plaza there to clear out, but look at the work from Odongo-Okongo, making up for that error just previously. Brilliant stuff. Here they come again. The team they call the Shuja. Shiasi Safari sets it up for Onyala. There's Wakesa again.
Tackle.
George Oro, captain. Would have been motivating him in the dressing room. They're going to kick Kenya. They do like to kick, but it's just beaten them over the sideline. If that stays in field, I think that's a good option.
They commonly kick the ball, the Kenyans, They're very good at it, especially Asati, who did that one there. There's Patrick Odongo-Congo on the screen, making up for that drop ball. We're looking at the head coaches here. A little bit of nervousness on their faces. This means a lot, this cup semi-final.
Head coach Kevin Wambua, top of shot there. We'll be speaking to him at the top of the second half to get some insights, as we like to do in sevens. But here's Spain, Paco Hernandez's team trying to find a way back to level this scoreline. All eyes on the field as Science Trapanga gives it to Manu Moreno, and he's been stripped by George Ora, and that got a big fist pump from head coach Wambua.
Okay.
You mentioned that they're called the Shuja, which means bravery, heroism, warriors, and that's the exact kind of performance they're giving here. Spain aren't getting anywhere near the Kenyan try line.
Here's your mark. Keep the binding, okay?
Well, that penalty to Nigel Amaitsa repeated what Colin Jinjira did here in 2016 to get Kenya through to the cup final. It was history repeating itself, and they would have talked about that. These guys have a great sense of where they've come from in rugby sevens, that golden era of Kenya sevens with all those brilliant players. The likes of Injira and his brother Humphrey Kayanga. Penalty to them again. Playing at their own pace here, Kenya seem to just be dominating the tempo at the moment.
Yeah, they've started really well this weekend in Singapore. Not 1 point conceded in the first half of any of their games, which is incredible to see.
I mentioned at the top, they've met each other plenty of times on the series, these two, but never at the cup semi-final stage. They haven't found touch. That wasn't the intention. Paul Pla has it. Long ball into midfield. Science Trapanga had to get down on one knee. Here's Ceres, left foot step, looks for the offload, maybe, no, couldn't get the hands free in time.
First man.
Moreno wants it. No, look at Kenya, they've got the ball back again. Wakesa this time, they're really good on the floor. Seconds almost out first half. They lead Spain by 7 points to 0. Odongo-Congo, in fact, it's Onyala. He gives it to Big George Ora, who shouts off Paul Pla. No, he doesn't. Paul Pla comes back for a second grab. What a contest that was. Patrick Odongo-Congo, great feet, so much speed. One pass to Asati. They're 4 meters out, Kenya. Looking for a second try in the semi-final. They got a penalty advantage as well. And Spain going down to a yellow card.
20. Yellow card. Deliberate action.
Yes, they are. It's Koska Uela who's going to the sideline.
Scrappy stuff from Spain there. They're just about holding on. Kenya are pressurising them. They're not stopping. They keep going for quick taps. Look at this, King George against Paul Pla, the King of Spain. And he's not going to let him away that easy. Actually, a great effort from Paul Pla. Not enough to turn over the ball, though.
Here's the yellow card. It's yeah, he didn't get back, did he?
Good to go.
Paco Koska Uela. So here we go. We've got a power play for Kenya on the final play of the first half. This would be massive. Score here, go into the break, 2 scores clear.
What do you want to do? You want to scrum, okay.
King George says, yeah, we'll pack it down, sir, and suck in a few more of these Spanish defenders.
Well, it's simple maths, Rupert. You're pulling in at least 3 Spanish forwards into the scrum. The scrum half has to stay there as well. There's going to be space out in the width if they can get it there.
I'll tell you where they want to get it. They want to get it way out wide to Odongo-Congo. There you go. There he is. You can see him as we pull out with the strapping on his right leg. That'll be the target here. One would imagine, given the overlap.
Bind! Sit! Hold!
Asati. Solid scrum. Asati. Amaitsa, Patrick Odongo-Congo. Stop, go, and gone! His second try of the semi-final. The power play reaping rewards straight away. And Kenya corner has reason to dance.
All you have to do is give them a chance. And to be fair to Spain, they did incredibly well. Paul Pla covered 2 men. It's just unfortunate for him. The last guy was Odongo-Congo. There's very few people that would have got around Paul Pla there. What a specimen of an athlete, this guy.
Oh, you want your big guns to step up in the big moments, and Patrick Odongo-Okongo has done exactly that. Here's Nigel Amaitsa. We know how well he can kick from range. Oh, it ricochets off the right-hand upright, but 12-0. Kenya corner is absolutely jumping. Semi-final, Kenya leads Spain by 12. They are 7 minutes away from another cup final in Singapore. And there is Kevin Wakesa almost winning it off the restart. Okay, we can go sideline now and speak to this Kenyan head coach, Kevin Wambua. Kevin, thanks for your time. You must be thrilled with how this semi-final has started.
It's good so far for us. The boys are working hard for each other, and we're getting the results. So we just need to be a bit more composed in the second half to get a chance to win this game and take a team to the finals.
Hiya, Kevin. It's Greg here. Well done this weekend so far. We can see the Kenyan corner fans are going crazy. What would it mean to them for you to get the win here?
Singapore is also special for us. This is where we got our first victory in the series. Again, the boys are happy. They're eager. Some of these boys were watching from home. Now, them just being here is special for them. And, of course, they're going to work as hard as they can to make sure that we can replicate that.
Kevin, thanks so much for your time. We'll let you get back to the second half. Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
Amazing composure from the head coach there, given the high stakes here, and look at what his boys have done again. That time it was Nigel Amaitsa winning the jackal on the floor. They haven't conceded a first half point all weekend. And they've started the second half pretty well here, Greg.
They've started it incredibly well. Every single one of the Kenyans is performing their job, both in offense and defense. And you can see that it is the defense that wins games like this. Not a single point scored against them in the first half. They mean business here in Singapore. They want it. You can see it in their faces.
I can touch it. I can almost touch it. You know, it's a 2-score lead. It's a long way to go, we know, 5:30. We know this Spanish team, how good they are at the moment. But gee, you're offered this margin at this stage of the game. You take it.
Bind.
Great shot. Fans captivated by this Men's Cup semi-final. Sati off the base. Patrick Odongo-Okongo on a hat-trick. And Marshall Himwell, Ceres. Back to the full 7 here, Spain, after the yellow card. So that's going to help. George Oro. Asati gets it away. They've been really efficient too this weekend, Kenya, as going around the corner is Vincent Onyala. Offloads to Amaitsa, but now they lose possession.
No advantage.
Yeah, first knock on from Kenya, so Spain survived that attack.
This is Spain's chance now to launch an attack. They're bringing on Bozal, who's a big boy, who's going to help lock down this scrum, and they need to get up and get a score very quick to get into this game.
Mark here.
Before Hong Kong, this Spanish team were the only side of the men's draw to hit every cup semi-final this season. That's how consistent they've been. Missed out in Hong Kong a week ago, but back in the cup semis here, just been playing at such a high level. They've certainly got the game to respond to Kenya here as their trainers are on the field.
That's fine.
It's Odongo-Okongo, who always seems to get treatment about this point in the second half of each game. He's got that heavy strapping on the leg.
Outside.
And they'll hope he can continue.
I reckon it's a bit of the dark arts, getting an extra few breaths in, getting a sup of water.
Mark here.
Yeah,
Good to go. Crouch. Tamagon.
Jaime Mata is out there.
Bind.
He's returned to this Spanish Sevens team last couple of weeks. 28-year-old. He was at the Melrose Sevens, winning player of the tournament last year. Here he goes. Mata up to the 22. He's lost that in contact. That's gone forward. Big tackle coming in. Was it Odongo-Okongo who gets up last?
I think it was Safari that came along there.
Scrum red.
And Odongo finished it off. But look at this defense. Absolute textbook tackle. You can be the biggest man in the world, but if someone wraps your ankles together, you're going to come tumbling down.
Here's a mark.
Yeah, you're right. Good spot. Shasi Safari from the Kenya Commercial Bank Club in Nairobi with a great chop. And That's more money in the bank for Kenya here.
Sit.
Controlling proceedings in Singapore. Free kick as well. Asati taps, goes. Amaitsa. Safari. Dongo Congo jumped in the air. Spain need to get out of there. They can't, and there's a penalty. Decisions going against Spain.
Yeah, the clock is just ticking down now. It's not looking good for Spain. Manteca did great work there, an outstanding tackle, but he just didn't manage to get out of the way. But penalties conceded, Rupert. 6 versus 0. At this level of the game, that's not good enough.
But still, a 2-score match. So Spain will be perhaps relieved, given the way the game's gone for them. It's only 2 scores at the moment. 1 7-pointer. They're right back in this. But they need the ball to do that, of course. And right now, it's in Kenyan hands. Brian Tanga has come onto the field to feed this scrum.
Bind.
There's big Angel Bozal on the near side for Spain. Big front three there for both teams. They're going to kick here. It's for Adongo Okongo again. Jaime Manteca gets there first for Spain. Turns the corner and is hit by Amaitsa. Now the counter-ruck from Kenya. Ramos has to go digging, and Adongo just gets himself offside round the ruck. Manteca doesn't take any time at all to kick that upfield.
Manteca did well there to run back and beat Adongo Okongo in the race for the ball.
Time off, please.
He went a bit quick with the kick there, was lucky. Ended up getting actually a really good distance, 5 meters from the halfway line. 2.5 minutes to go. Spain need to score really quickly now and hold on to this ball.
2:30 to go. Men's Cup semi-final. Ramos off the line-out. Here comes Spain. Yet to score in this match. Mata. Manteca, the 2 Jaimes is in combination there. Ramos in midfield. If anyone can unpick this defence, it's him. There he goes. Through one to Mata. Offloads to Koska Uela. And then he loses possession.
Thank you.
Can you get the ball back?
Knock on red. Scrum red.
Juan Ramos, dancing feet in the middle of the park. Trevidic moves it on, and Coscuela just in the tackle. He wasn't careful enough with the ball. Very frustrating turnover for Spain.
Frustration indeed. Time's off here, 1:45 to go. More treatment for Kenya. You can see Manu Moreno there. You're looking at the 9th-ranked team against the 3rd-ranked side here. Massive standings points difference between these 2 nations.
Number 5 red.
But Kenya are leading 12-0. It'd be a big upset, but that's what they've done all weekend. They beat Ireland 17-7. They beat the high-flying France 10-7. And here they are 12-0 up against Spain. They are 1 minute and 45 seconds away from another Singapore Cup final.
Nanda. Stay square, okay? Crouch! Come on. Bind! Sit!
Score next, and they're pretty much there. Tanga gets it away. It's a loose pass, though, and then it's flicked on. This might work out for Spain. It will. Palpla will score. Kenya self-destruct. Spain take advantage. They're back in it as we approach the final minute. Kick isn't good. Remains 7 points the difference.
Oh, that could come back to bite them in the bum, that missed kick. But look at this, pouncing on the ball by Manteca. He probably could have gone under the sticks there, Rupert, arguably, but he went with the safe option, gave it to Paul Pla. This game is on.
You got the feeling they were going to have some say in this semi-final. Spain. That's gone forward off Kenya into Spanish hands, and they can set up the breakdown. Los Leones are 7 points away from taking this one to sudden death extra time. Polpla almost through. Oro just brings him to the floor. 2 captains in combat there. Manteca, Moreno. Jeremy Trevidic was at a high hand. Play on, says the referee. 24 seconds to go. Spain with the ball. They need a converted try. Moreno, flat pass to Polplar. Needs to stay in field. They can't afford any kind of error here. And they have knocked it on. It's gone forward. There will be a set to this scrum, but Kenya now have it in their own hands. They can taste the cup final.
A champion effort from Paul Pla, the leader of this squad. He's trying his best, but when you're surrounded by 3 Kenyans, it's very hard to hold on to the ball. There's going to be one more play, Rupert. It's not over yet.
They were in the Challenger Series last season. They won promotion back into the elite level of Rugby Sevens. They haven't been in a final in a full 7 series with all the teams here for many, many years. 2016, they won it here in Singapore. All they need to do is get the ball off the field.
No. Time off.
Oh, we'll have a reset.
I've seen crazier things happen, Rupert, until that final whistle goes.
I want to push him before the ball is in. Okay, stay in and hold the pressure. Thank you.
They were the 7th ranked team when they won here in 2016. They're the 9th ranked team here this year in 2025.
Bind. Sit.
Final play. Kenya have got a penalty. Have got a penalty. Now they know. Now they know. The Shuja are back in the Singapore Cup final. Kenya get it off the park. And they can look forward to the big show tonight. This love affair with Singapore